Hello. The game is not still going on. It's over. And many would argue the season is as well. More dropped points. One win in our last 7 in the Premier League. We are well and truly in trouble. We are well and truly off the rails. It could be worse. It could be worse. We could have lost, I suppose, is what a loser would fucking say. But for anyone that actually wants to see us do well, you're not happy with results like this. If you are someone or you have a friend or anyone, it's 3-0 to Arsenal. I'm turning this shit off. I just... You look at the Villa game. You look at the game the other day. They pull our pants down, and now you're looking, and they're losing 3-0 to Arsenal, who don't even have Declan Rice. You know what I mean? And we're drawing at home to Bournemouth, who have just lost 4-1 down the road against Brentford, who are shit. The wheels have come off. There's questions all over the place of who to blame. I think it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. It's the players, it's the manager, it's the board, it's the fucking it's just everywhere. The whole the club is putrid. The entire system is fucked. No one gives a shit. We're relying on a 17, 18-year-old Brazilian who, by all accounts, is fantastic. But do you not... I'm a rhetorical question, but are people not grasping how fucking pathetic that is? Are we not deeping how pathetic it is that we are relying on a teenager to revive this club, to get us back to where I don't even know where we are anymore, what we're trying to get to? Do we deserve to be where we want to be? Do you know what I mean? You've got people who... I'm at a point now where my standards are still at a certain level. But they are very, very rapidly becoming standards that are unattainable. Unattainable. And I tell you now, that is what they want. That is what the board want. That's what the owners want. They want you to lower your expectations because they can't deliver. They can't deliver. Because with the model they have, with the young players, the young structure that we have going right now, we can't win shit. We can't do anything. And I know people will say, oh, we won the World Cup. I've said this the other day on the podcast, on the most recent episode of It's Pod O'Clock on my channel, going through what the structure is, what exactly the plan is. And it's going to be an unpopular opinion. But from a point of what the board wants us to believe and what is actually going on, the Club World Cup win, it is a detriment to our progress because they are just going to think, well, we got the gold badge. We've got the gold badge. We've won the Club World Cup. What more do you want? You're so needy. How can you ask for any? We won the European Cup. We won the Club World Cup. What more could you ask for? That's progress, isn't it? It's progress enough. And as incredible as that day was, I truly believe it is more a detriment to this club's progress than anything. Because the expectations went up. We were all sold a dream that this was going to be it. I had us finishing second. What a fucking idiot. Nothing's changed. Nothing has changed at all. We won the Club World Cup with this squad, and we've bought players since then. And they want us to believe that this is a work in progress still. This is how it's going to be. There's plenty of time to go. How much bollocks are you willing to believe? How much bollocks are you willing to take from this lot? Moresca included, by the way. But the board, how much more, and Reese has just pointed out what I said earlier on, how much more is Palmer willing to take? He's too good for this. He's too good for this. And getting taken off with 25 minutes to go in a game where we could have won, you take him off. And it just sends a really weird message out. I think fundamentally the biggest issue that I found today with Moresca was mostly down to the players, honestly. But it's that we just simply do not know how to defend long throw-ins. Again, it's happened again. Long throw-ins, set pieces, are kryptonite. We do not know how to defend from a long throw. And it's come via because he said, and I said in the watch along, he said it multiple times, or specifically once on camera, but has reiterated that we will not partake in long throws. We will not be a club that does that. We don't need to do that, allegedly. Our goal difference is slowly going down, plus 11. I think we were plus 16, plus 17 at one point. I thought the substitutions were good. I really don't have too much to blame on Moresca, but I'm just saying the way that he's handling Cole Palmer, and I know this whole thing of, you know, you've got to ease people back in. We've seen reports that he can play a full 90 already. You know? Fractured toe, broken toe, whatever. But he's able to come back a week later and play. Have a day off. You know what I mean? Stop it. Come on. At least try and make it seem a little bit more believable, you know? But you look at certain players. Who put the starters on the pitch? It was a good lineup. What are you talking about? For what we had at our disposal today, I'm backing Moresca on the lineup. I thought it was a decent lineup. You could argue James until you're blue in the face, but you need to come to the realization that James is never going to play games so close together. It's just not going to happen. His injury woes has scarred this club to a point where I think that they would rather he was available than injured. And it makes sense. It makes so much sense. So I'm backing him on that. You can say Joao Pedro should have started in hindsight, but we've got a fucking striker in Delap. Allegedly. That's his job title anyway. And you need to be giving him minutes. Once again, he's done fuck all. And I am someone who really tries to be lenient on new players and to give them as much benefit of the doubt as possible. But I'm really struggling to see what it is that his strong points are. Because everyone knows at this point, it's established. At Ipswich, they didn't come across a low block. But when we come across, he doesn't know what the fuck to do. He's like a headless chicken. He's like a deer in the headlights. He doesn't know what to do at all. It was a good assist from Garnacho, but I would argue that he's just done his job for once. He's done his job. It's a great finish by Enzo. But personally, that is about where it ends in terms of the quality from those two. I'm not blame. Let's not jump on Gittins at all. He played 3 minutes. Esteval was fantastic. I think defensively we were shocking and got caught on the break a number of times. But the one of the main issues that we find ourselves going into already just into this January window is that I saw someone say it today. Is how many teams, how many top teams at that cycle and rotate their attacking players as much as we do? Not from a point of not from a standpoint of like substitutes and like lineups. I mean transfers. How often we've got like, this is a new person, this is a new person, new wingers, new attackers, new wingers, and it's just, how are they meant to, you know, form a bond, form a relationship with each other? You know? You look at the lineup, that defense. I can't believe it. Yeah, you can't even blame Tosin or Badiashile tonight. Yeah, it's the model. Of course it's the model. I would be shocked if in 5 years any of those players are playing for Chelsea. And after all of it said and done, I bet it's still Trevor Chalobah that's there. By some miracle, Trevor Chalobah will find a way to stay in that squad against all odds. Trev's still holding the fort, yeah. Is it 4-0? 4-0 to fucking Arsenal. I can't believe it. I don't know where we go from here. It's a stinker of a... I mean, we in terms of, like, worst case scenario for 2025 ending, we could have lost in that regard. I am not someone who likes to say stuff like that, and I don't mean it in that sense of, like, well, at least we didn't lose. But as like, a way to close out, it's just as bad as a loss, or as good as a loss. Do you know what I mean? It's just so shit. And indicative of where we are at the moment. I really do not know where we go. You look at, before we close up for the year, we've got City. Let me get this on split screen so I can see both at the same time. So we've got our next upcoming games. We've got Arsenal back-to-back in the Carabao Cup. Man City, I'm not even being funny. When it comes to the Carabao Cup, 2 legs against Arsenal, home and away. We really need to minimize just how badly they beat us over those 2 legs. Because I'm not even being funny. It could be like Bayern in 2018 or 2019, whenever it was. We could be looking at 7-8-1. And I know we perform well in big games, but fuck off. If you think we're going to beat these fuckers. Goodness me. We've got Man City next, who are on shit hot form. We're likely to play fucking Semenyo 2 games, or, you know, 2 games in a row. Who knows? Semenyo could be there in that time. Fulham away. Fulham's form, they're on 3 wins in a row at the moment. So, what a surprise. I think we're going to lose that. Charlton, if we fucking lose that, I swear to God. And then we've got Brentford, they found a bit of form as well. And then we've got Crystal Palace, who are in a bit of a shit show. So again, we're going to lose. We're going to lose. And it's at Smellhurst, so, you know, that's a great one. And it's West Ham and Wolves. 2 of the 3 in the bottom. In fact, we've got West Ham, Wolves, Leeds, and Burnley. So we've got 4 of the bottom 5 in a row. So if we don't fucking pick up some results in that, then we are in trouble. If you are someone who still somehow believes that we're going to finish in the top 4, give your head a fucking wobble. Give your head a wobble. Because at the moment, the way we're playing right now, it ain't fucking happening. I'll tell you that much for free. Please like the stream, like the video, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Thank you so much for all the support. Thank you for all the likes, all the subscriptions, all the super chats, all the donations, all the memberships, everything. Really, really do appreciate each and every one of you massively. It's been a good year regardless of what Chelsea have been up to, you know, which at the end of the day is all I really care about. And I just want us to actually win a domestic cup for the first time since I've started doing this. Would be nice. Would be nice. We won the Champions League. We won the Club World Cup. We won the Conference League. Something domestic, please. It's a big ask. It's a big ask. But thank you for a wonderful 2025. We are growing at a wonderful rate. And hopefully 2026, it's the biggest year yet on this channel. Stay tuned. Plenty more to come. And I look forward to seeing each and every one of you there. Have a wonderful new year. Stay safe. Drink loads, but drink sensibly at the same time. Drink responsibly. I want to see you all next year. Again, I'll see you on the 4th. Yeah.